Number 1. Sleep choices. Sleep might look like the quietest part of your day, but it's actually one of the loudest choices you make. Think about it. Every time you hit snooze instead of getting up, you're training your brain to delay, not to act. Staying up for one more episode at midnight feels harmless, but tomorrow's focus is already gone before the sun rises. Scrolling in bed might seem relaxing, but the glowing screen tricks your brain into believing it's still daytime, leaving you wired when you should be winding down. And then there's the hours themselves. 5 hours leaves you just surviving, while 8 hours lets you actually thrive. Here's the truth. Every version of tomorrow you is built the night before. Sleep debt doesn't hit in one blow. It piles up, silently draining energy, discipline, and willpower. And even when you wake up rested, the very next choice, what you eat, can flip the script completely. Number 2. Food choices. Food isn't just fuel, it's a vote you cast for the kind of body and brain you'll carry into the future. Every time you reach for a soda instead of water, you're choosing a short burst of sugar over long-term energy. Fast food might feel like a quick fix, but home-cooked meals quietly build strength, discipline, and even confidence. And it's not just what you eat, it's how. Eating until you're stuffed trains your body to ignore signals, while stopping early builds self-control you can use far beyond the dinner table. Snacking mindlessly in front of a screen isn't harmless. It's telling your future self that habits don't matter. Mindful eating, on the other hand, rewires your brain to pause, notice, and choose. Because every bite is a building block. And just like food fuels your body, your screen habits fuel your mind. And that's where most of us lose control. Number 3. Digital choices. Your phone might be the smallest object you own, but it holds some of the biggest choices of your life. The moment you wake up, do you check your phone first thing, or do you start with calm? That single decision decides whether your mind begins in chaos or in control. Scrolling for hours feels like escape, but a 30-minute limit can protect your focus for things that actually matter. Who you follow matters too. Gossip and drama fill your head with noise, while mentors and creators can push you forward without even meeting them. And then there's how you spend your nights. A gaming marathon can disappear entire weekends, while an hour of skill practice quietly builds a future you'll thank yourself for. Your digital world isn't neutral. It's shaping your real one. Number 4. Social circle choices. The people around you are like mirrors. You end up reflecting what they show you. Spend time with friends who lift you and you'll naturally aim higher. Stick with the ones who drain you and you'll slowly shrink without even noticing. Every yes to peer pressure is a quiet no to your own values, while every no builds the muscle of self-respect. Mentors and role models can spark growth in ways critics never will, because they show you not just what's wrong, but what's possible. And even how you spend weekends tells the story. Wasted nights blur into years, while productive ones compound into skills, connections, and progress. Your circle is a choice, whether you admit it or not. Number 5. Environment choices. Your environment is quietly training you every single day. A clean desk doesn't just look better, it signals your brain that it's time to focus. A messy one, on the other hand, whispers distraction before you've even started working. Living in chaos makes stress your default, while building structure creates calm you can rely on. Noisy spots scatter your attention, but a quiet focus zone lets you drop into deep work faster than any productivity hack. And those little temptations, cookies on the counter, apps on your home screen, they aren't harmless. Keeping them close makes resistance a daily battle, but keeping them out of sight makes discipline almost automatic. Your surroundings are either pushing you forward or pulling you back. And once your environment sets the stage, there's one resource you can never get back, no matter how carefully you protect it: your time. Number 6. Time choices. Time is the only currency you can never earn back, and how you spend it is shaping every version of your future. Hours lost to binge watching aren't just entertainment, they're opportunities you'll never see again. Deep work in that same block of time could move you years ahead. Reading for 30 minutes a day feeds your mind, while endless scrolling drains it without giving anything in return. Mornings wasted in chaos set the tone for a distracted day, while mornings planned with intention can feel like adding extra hours to your life. And multitasking? It feels efficient, but it's really a slow leak of energy and focus. Choosing focused work instead creates results that compound far beyond the moment. Every tick of the clock is a decision. Number 7, word choices. Words might feel small, but they carry the power to shape relationships, opportunities, and even how you see yourself. Speaking kindness instead of criticism can completely shift the mood of a room, while one harsh comment can linger for years. Gossiping might feel entertaining in the moment, but staying silent often protects trust you don't even realize you're risking. Choosing to encourage someone plants confidence, while dismissing them quietly chips it away. And every time you complain, you reinforce problems. But when you shift to problem solving, you invite solutions into the conversation. Your words aren't throwaway, they're seeds. Some grow weeds, some grow trees. And here's the deeper layer. Those words don't appear out of nowhere. They're born from the thoughts you allow to live rent-free in your mind. And those thoughts? They're the root of every choice you make. Number 8, thought choices. The most powerful choices you'll ever make are the ones no one else can see. The thoughts you allow in your mind. Positive self-talk builds resilience, while negative self-talk chips away at your confidence before you even take action. Focusing on problems makes obstacles grow larger, but shifting to solutions shrinks them down to size. Gratitude rewires your brain to notice what's working, while envy blinds you to progress by keeping your eyes on someone else's lane. And perhaps the biggest thought choice of all, growth mindset versus fixed mindset. One says, I can learn. The other says, I'm stuck. The difference? A completely different life 5 years from now. Your inner dialogue is like a compass, quietly pointing you towards success or failure long before your actions follow. And over time, those thoughts don't just guide you, they create an identity, the person you believe you are. Number 9, identity choices. Every action you take is casting a vote for the kind of person you believe yourself to be. See yourself as an athlete, and you'll show up to train even on the hard days. See yourself as a procrastinator, and you'll keep proving yourself right by putting things off. The same goes for being a creator versus a consumer. One identity builds, invents, and leaves a mark. The other just scrolls, clicks, and consumes what others have built. Choosing to identify as disciplined, even when it's tough, slowly rewires your habits, while embracing laziness cements the cycle of excuses. And deciding to act like a leader, even if no one's watching, creates influence, while slipping into follower mode leaves your story written by someone else. Number 10, money choices. Money may look like numbers on a screen, but every transaction is a choice shaping your future. Spending freely might give a moment of pleasure, but saving builds stability you'll thank yourself for later. And saving alone isn't enough. Investing turns those dollars into soldiers working while you sleep, compounding quietly in the background. Impulse buys feel good for 5 minutes, but a planned budget feels good for 5 years because it puts you in control instead of your cravings. And then there's the big one, chasing status versus chasing freedom. Buying things to impress others keeps you trapped in the same cycle, while investing in freedom, time, options, opportunities, gives you a future you actually own. Every dollar is a vote for the life you want to live. Number 11, relationship choices. The relationships you choose are some of the most life-defining decisions you'll ever make. A toxic partner can drain years of your energy, while a supportive one can multiply your growth in ways you never imagined. Investing time in love, whether it's with a partner, friends, or family, creates bonds that make life feel fuller. Neglecting it, on the other hand, quietly builds distance until one day you realize the connection is gone. Loyalty creates a foundation of trust, while betrayal shatters it in an instant. And choosing family bonding, shared meals, conversations, small traditions, anchors you, while drifting away leaves you feeling untethered even when surrounded by people. Number 12, learning choices. Your mind is always under construction, and the materials you choose decide what kind of structure it becomes. Reading a book, even for just 20 minutes, plants seeds of perspective that last a lifetime, while another TikTok binge leaves you with nothing but lost hours. Taking a skill course builds tools you can use for years, while gaming marathons often leave nothing but quick highs and empty time. Curiosity pulls you into growth, asking questions, exploring new fields, while staying in your comfort zone keeps your world small and predictable. And daily learning compounds in ways you don't see at first. One lesson today, another tomorrow, until 5 years later you're an expert. Skip it, and you'll look back realizing entire years slipped by with nothing to show. Learning is always a choice. And here's the catch. Even refusing to choose growth is still a choice, one that shapes your future anyway. Number 13. Non-choices. Not making a choice doesn't save you from consequences. It simply hands the pen to someone else to write your story. Staying stuck in a job you hate might feel like avoiding risk, but it's still a choice. A choice to trade years of your life for comfort. Refusing to decide isn't neutral. It's letting others steer your path while you sit in the passenger seat. Ignoring problems doesn't erase them. It feeds them until they grow too heavy to ignore. And avoiding hard conversations may delay discomfort, but it also delays the growth and connection those talks could have created. Non-choices are invisible thieves. They take your time, your opportunities, and your future while you tell yourself you're playing it safe. And that's why the decisions you make about your career, where you spend most of your waking life, are some of the most life-defining ones. Number 14. Career choices. Your career isn't just how you make money, it's where you spend most of your waking hours, and every decision you make about it shapes your future in ways you can't always see right away. Choosing your first job sets the tone. Play it safe or take a leap into a risky startup that could either fail fast or accelerate your growth. Staying in your comfort zone might feel secure, but building skills, even when it's uncomfortable, is what actually makes you irreplaceable. And then there's the eternal tug of war. Passion versus paycheck. Chasing money alone often leaves you empty, while chasing passion without a plan can leave you broke. The real art is balancing the two, finding work that sustains you and excites you. Every career choice echoes for years, and the reality is doors don't stay open forever. Opportunities vanish the longer you wait. Number 15. Opportunity choices. Opportunities rarely announce themselves with flashing lights. They show up disguised as small invitations, uncomfortable chances, or risks you're tempted to decline. Saying yes to growth, even when fear is louder, often leads to the breakthroughs you'll remember for life. Saying no out of habit or hesitation, that's how chances quietly disappear. Networking might feel awkward, but one connection can change the direction of your entire career, while isolation leaves you stuck with only your own perspective. Travel expands your world by forcing you to see through new eyes, while staying put keeps your vision limited to what you already know. Even trying something new, as small as a hobby or class, can spark momentum that routines never will. Opportunities don't last forever. They expire if you ignore them. And even when you say yes, they only turn into real change if your daily habits are strong enough to back them up. Number 16. Habit choices. Your habits are the quiet architects of your future. Going to the gym daily doesn't just build muscle, it builds discipline, while choosing the couch builds excuses. A solid morning routine creates momentum before the day even begins, while chaos in the morning leaks into every decision after. Journaling may feel small, but it anchors your thoughts, helping you process and steer your life with intention. Drifting without it often leaves you reacting instead of creating. And the smallest choice of all, committing to a 1% improvement each day versus giving 0%, makes the difference between a life that compounds upward and a life that slowly slides backward. Habits rarely feel dramatic in the moment, but they stack relentlessly, turning into the character, skills, and identity of your future self. Habits build health, and health builds the foundation for your entire life. Number 17. Health and fitness choices. Your body is the vehicle carrying you through every goal, every relationship, every single day. And the choices you make about it decide how far you'll go. Choosing the gym builds strength, stamina, and resilience, while skipping it chips away at those gains over time. Junk food might satisfy in the moment, but fuel food gives your brain clarity and your body energy that lasts. Rest is just as important. Pushing without it may feel productive, but it leads to burnout that steals weeks or even months from your progress. And the smallest decision of all, walking regularly instead of sitting all day, adds up to years of better health, sharper focus, and longer life. Health isn't about perfection, it's about direction. Every choice is either an investment or a withdrawal. Number 18. Communication choices. The way you communicate can open doors or quietly close them. Choosing to listen instead of interrupting makes people feel valued, while cutting them off signals you care more about being heard than understanding. Asking questions shows curiosity and builds connection, while talking over others slowly erodes trust. Owning your mistakes, though uncomfortable, earns respect in ways excuses never can. And being real, showing up authentically instead of faking it, attracts people who genuinely align with you while pretending eventually leaves you surrounded by shallow connections. Every word and every response is shaping your reputation and your relationships. Communication isn't just about talking, it's about who people believe you are when you speak. Number 19, location and lifestyle choices. Where you live quietly shapes who you become. A big city can push you with its energy, opportunities, and fast-paced culture, but it can also burn you out if you're not careful. A small town offers calm, familiarity, and community, but it might limit your exposure to new ideas and challenges. Choosing to stay close to home provides comfort and roots, while exploring the world broadens your perspective and changes the way you see everything. Even the smaller lifestyle choices, surrounding yourself with spaces, people, and activities that inspire you versus those that drain you, determine whether you feel stuck or energized. Your location isn't just geography, it's psychology. It affects your habits, your dreams, and even your sense of possibility. Number 20. Focus choices. Your focus is the steering wheel of your life. Where it points, you go. Choosing to focus on your goals keeps you moving forward, while giving in to distractions keeps you spinning in circles. Long-term focus builds futures, while short-term focus chases quick highs that fade as fast as they come. Pouring your energy into one meaningful thing compounds into mastery, while scattering it across 10 projects leaves you average at all of them. And the choice between deep work and shallow work might be the most important of all. Deep work builds results that last, skills, creations, breakthroughs. Shallow work looks busy but leaves you empty. Every moment of focus is an investment in the person you're becoming. Number 21. Values and belief choices. At the core of every choice are the values and beliefs you decide to live by. Choosing integrity over shortcuts might take longer, but it builds a reputation and a peace of mind no quick trick can match. Choosing service over selfishness expands your world because the more people you lift up, the stronger your own foundation becomes. Hope versus cynicism is another fork in the road. Hope drives action and possibility, while cynicism convinces you not to even try. And perhaps the hardest choice of all, growth versus comfort. Growth is uncomfortable, risky, and often lonely, but it's the only path that expands who you are. Comfort feels safe, but it quietly shrinks your world until it's too small to hold your dreams. Your values are the compass behind every other decision, and when stacked together, they all point toward one thing: the future self you're building, choice by choice. At the end of the day, your life isn't carved by fate. It's carved by choices. The ones you make about sleep, food, habits, money, relationships, career, and everything in between. Every yes, every no, every little decision is writing your future biography, sentence by sentence, chapter by chapter. And that's the real power. You don't need one massive breakthrough to change your life. You just need to start stacking better choices, one at a time. Because the future isn't waiting, it's being built right now, choice by choice. So here's your challenge. Take one thing from this video and apply it today. Maybe it's shutting down your phone earlier, maybe it's starting that conversation you've been avoiding, or maybe it's just drinking water instead of soda. Whatever it is, let it be the first step toward the future you actually want. Comment one choice you'll make differently today, share this with a friend, and subscribe for more psychology-packed breakdowns. And remember, this isn't about being perfect. Nobody makes the right choice every single time. It's about noticing the moments that matter and leaning a little more toward the person you want to become. Each decision is a brushstroke, and together they paint the picture of your future. So take today seriously, because future you is already waiting, and they'll thank you for the choices you start making right now.